Hello, my name is Jamal Malik, and I am one of the founders of Sales Advantage. In this video, I'd like to introduce to you the new account value mapping tool, which helps accelerate and automate performing account research most commonly leveraged as part of an account planning process. At its core, the account value mapping tool allows you to understand how organizations create value by decomposing their strategy into 5 elements: their business goals, investment objectives, benefits or outcomes, their business changes or campaigns, and lastly, enabling changes or projects. In addition to the ability to develop an account value map for any organization, public or privately owned, you'll have access to a powerful machine learning solution that is able to analyze 10Ks, 10Qs, shareholder letters, letters from the CEO, and even entire websites in a matter of seconds. So with that, let's get started. On the sign-in page, you can either create a new account, or if you have an existing account, click sign in. As a part of this beta, we will be releasing features relatively quickly over the next few weeks and months. But core to this experience revolves around the account value mapping tool. To build an account value map, simply click the map button at the very top, and you can either select an existing map you've created or start a new map. In this scenario, we'll go ahead and start a new map. Let's go ahead and give it a name. And go ahead and click Save. Now, you'll notice that you can actually create entities across all those 5 elements that we talked about earlier: a business goal, an objective, a benefit, a business change, or an enabling change, or a project. To do that, simply click the plus button and type in the driver for the organization. You can then create an objective, a benefit, and a change, and enable change using the same method. Now, once you create these entities, you'll also be able to create relationships between them. Simply click the orange button and then drag it over to the next entity next to it. Now, as you do this, what we're basically creating are relationships between the entities, which can have a one-to-many relationship with the entities to the left or right. So for example, if we want to add a new benefit, you can also then create a relationship with an investment or a business change to the left and right of the entities. What this allows us to do is understand the relationships between all the entities and eventually help us build a value proposition that will surface how you can create value for an organization. At the very right, once you've created the entities, you can actually add an additional column and type in your offerings. As a technology vendor, you can add whatever offerings you'd like and associate it with existing projects or initiatives for the organization, allowing you to show how you can help create value and help the organizations achieve their strategic business goals and objectives. Now, you can actually build entities and create input from a number of different sources. However, we also provide the ability to provide insights through the strategic objectives of an organization through analyzing their annual report and public-facing documents that they have registered with the Securities Exchange Commission. In order to get those insights, simply click the Get AI Generated Insights button. And if you've already done an analysis, you can pick from an existing set of analyses, or you can click Search SEC Filings and type in the company you'd like to analyze. Once you type in the name, go ahead and click the search button. Now, a quick tip. If you have a lot of results and you're not sure which company to look for, you can open up your favorite web browser, type in the company name, and then type in CIK. What that will do is provide you with the CIK number of the organization you're trying to look for, and then you can cross-reference that number, in this case is 37996, with what's results provided from the account value map. Now simply click Filings, and you can now select from a number of different reports and public-facing documentation that have been filed with the SEC. In this scenario, we're going to look at the 10K. Now, there are also 10Qs we can look at, which we also recommend looking through after you've looked through a 10K, because there is lots of information also uncovered within a 10Q. But again, in this instance, we'll look at the 10K. Click Analyze. Now, what's happening is the account value mapping tool is connecting to the Securities Exchange Commission's website and downloading their latest annual report. This will take a few minutes. Okay, great. Now we've got some results we can take a look at. Now, as you look at the insights returned by the account value mapping tool, you can actually filter the results based on a certain threshold of confidence provided by the tool. In this scenario, we're going to go ahead and click 0 for everything because we want to see everything. Now, what we're going to do is look through the input and share how you can interact with the content. If you find something which you feel is miscategorized or belongs in a different area, you can actually select a different environment or a different column to put it in. In this selection, we're going to go ahead and put this in investment objectives. And we're going to go ahead and look through a few more statements until we find something that we can agree with. Okay, great. So here is a statement which we know is a driver for the organization. So what we can do here is click the thumbs up button. What that does is earmark this statement, which allows us to then import it into the account value map that we built earlier. If you'd like more context around where the statement came from, you can hit the magnifying glass. And what that does is share with you where in the 10K that statement came from. Now, you want to perform this exercise across all of the different columns, either by giving the thumbs up, recategorizing, or looking at more information if you feel it's necessary. Once you've completed this exercise, you can click the Save button to save your input. We're going to go ahead and give this a name first. One thing to note. The more you interact with this tool, the smarter it will get. The more thumbs up you give, telling it what it needs to see, the more likely it is it'll provide you with the results that you're looking for. So now let's go back to the account value map. And let's go ahead now and import the analysis that we created. Okay. Great. So now, after interacting with the insights, we have imported all of the drivers, the objectives, the benefits, the business changes, and enabling changes that we highlighted in the Get Insights section of the tool. What we can now do is start associating the drivers with the objectives with benefits as needed, the benefits with the changes, and then lastly, the business changes and the projects. And we don't want to forget about our offerings as well. Now, once you have created a completed value map, what you can then do is share it with internal team members and customers as well. In order to do that, you can click this blue button over here, and you can notify which internal team members you can share it with. This will allow you to provide additional input from your team members and also an opportunity for them to help think of additional solutions to help create your customers' value. It also provides a way to get a shared understanding about your customers' strategic objectives. Once you've validated with your team, you can now also share it and validate it directly with customers as needed. They'll have an opportunity to not only edit, but then also provide additional feedback around areas and opportunities that they're most interested in. Once your customers validate the account value map and share interest around specific opportunities, you can then export them into either CRM or as a JPEG or other format that goes into developing your account plan. This has been a very quick walkthrough of the new account value map. For additional feedback, input, or questions, please reach out to me directly at JamalIK@sales-adv.com. Thank you and happy hunting.